The journey of provision of quality education and continuous improvement, the field of science and research, and the zeal to bring positive change in the society continues here at Mount Kenya University. Indeed, it has been an exciting year, which we continue to celebrate achievements in the largest private university in the country. Among our graduates this December are 350 cohorts who were placed by the government at Mount Kenya University in the year 2016 through the Kenya Universities and Colleges Placement Service. That was the first time that government-sponsored students were admitted in a private university in the history of the country.
We view this as a clear testimony of the fact that public-private partnerships do work. This is a collaboration where MKU, having embraced public-private partnerships all along, celebrates.
The graduates have expressed their satisfaction on the quality of training that they have undergone at MKU and are now ready to face the world.
Ni chuo ambacho kinapeana mafunzo katika sio Kenya tu, lakini katika mataifa ya Afrika, sababu nimepata nafasi ya kutangamana na wanafunzi ambao wanatoka katika sehemu ya Rwanda, Tanzania na Uganda.
Our prowess in science-related programs remains unchallenged. Our students and alumni continue to prove to the world that what begins at MKU is definitely destined to change the world. Vanessa Ndami is an MKU student taking a course in actuarial science. But even before completing her course, her knowledge and prowess in actuarial science earned her an attachment position at the United Nations Environmental Program offices in Nairobi.
I'm currently a student pursuing Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science in MKU main campus. I was attached at Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation, where I presented an internal project where the UN was represented. It caught the eye, of which I was advised to do a proposal on the project of any SDG, of which I did a presentation of the 17 SDGs, of which I was chosen for an internship in South Korea for the period of 3 months.
I was very happy, in fact, when I went to assess her, and I was not the only one. Even the person who was assessing her internally, her internal supervisor, was quite happy with her. I realized that one of the reasons as to why she did made up is because she got a very good supervisor, a supervisor who was following up with her. In fact, she told me that she used to give her some tasks, and she was very much in particular because from the word go, she proved to be somebody in the organization.
There's one thing that I have realized in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, almost 80% of the population are men, and actually in some courses it's even 95% are men. So when I find a girl child in that class of a pure science, I always tell them, please stay in this class, you will get a good job, and it is not hard, I have done it. You can do it. And I follow the girls very closely. I also follow the gentlemen also very closely because I don't want to lose any student. I don't want my student to drop out. I want them to graduate and become the future scientists.
The institution's effort to remain steadfast in research and science-related programs also bore fruit after the School of Pure and Applied Sciences received a grant of science equipment worth 77 million shillings from the Seedling Labs of USA in 2019. The 168 equipment included high-profile diagnostic and research equipment such as Sapphire Hematology Analyzer, the only model in Africa.
This equipment will basically bring about applied teaching, applied research, and applied technology transfer. Because we'll be able to carry out the edge-cutting type of research, discovery of drugs.
The UN, through its volunteer program, is also working with MKU, giving students a chance to take part in its volunteering program. Mount Kenya University is the only university in Africa which is taking part in the UN volunteering program.
Being the only one of that kind at the moment on the continent, it is a game changer, and it is going to also make our own students interact. It allows our students to serve on attachment and internships at the various opportunities that are availed at the UN missions anywhere within the world.
MKU will become very outstanding, because not only it will be the first MOU for Africa, but you will be the showcase for the rest of the continent. And as you know, for UNV, about 60% of our volunteers are in Africa. 84% of our volunteers are from the South, with Kenya being number one provider of volunteers across our operations.
In a bid to remain competitive and relevant, MKU has begun the operationalization of its MOU with Telkom Kenya. The MOU sees MKU students, including those learning under open, distance, and electronic learning, access learning material online and at subsidized connectivity cost. Students from MKU will also get internship opportunities at Telkom Kenya.
Your students are very digital, can be virtual, extremely mobile, and can access all sorts of academic materials wherever they are, whether you are at home, whether you are in school, whether you're in the cities, whether you are hanging out and you remembered about your assignment. Odell is going to be able to provide that convenience to you so that you can enjoy your studies.
Technology continues to be embraced in this institution, with the introduction and successful implementation of biometrics to monitor students' class attendance turning out to be a huge success and a game changer for MKU.
Now with the biometric, seated at my desk, I'm able to monitor across the campuses, within the country and outside. That my students are attending class. Within a huge numbers of 15,000, I can now confidently say they are attending the course. And you know, they are meeting the regulators' requirements.
The lecturer cannot afford to miss a class because they start monitoring, and also the students, there is regular class attendance.
The syllabus is covered well.
The embracing of technology is evident in and out of the institution. MKU was ranked as the 6th best university in Kenya in the 4ICU rankings, an organization that uses non-influenceable web metrics provided by independent web intelligence sources rather than data submitted by the universities themselves.
We are proud of that, and I think we aim to become #1 in the near future.
In a bid to contribute to development in the country and prop the government's Big Four agenda, Mount Kenya University is playing its part in ensuring the dream of universal health coverage is achieved by training medical doctors. The journey, which began 5 years ago, is almost bearing fruit, with medical students who joined MKU Medical School then expected to complete their studies in the year 2020, paving way for the first graduation ceremony of medical doctors from this fast-growing university.
The class sizes were small enough that we could interact with the lecturers one-on-one, yet large enough that we could still do active group work. The facilities, as you can see, have also been up to the standards needed by the medical board.
The establishment of the MKU Medical School followed a successful private-public partnership between MKU and Thika Level 5 Hospital. MKU constructed the 300 million shillings General Cargo Funeral Home and Anatomy Laboratory at Thika Level 5 Hospital. This increased the home's body handling capacity from the former 12 bodies mortuary to 50 bodies. MKU medical students also undergo training and internship at Thika Level 5 Hospital, among other government facilities.
The last 3 years we've been attending our clinical years at Thika Level 5 Hospital, half of our lecturers are from that hospital, so it's such a good relationship when it is your lecturer and at the same time there are doctors in that hospital, so it's not as challenging. And even the ones who are not our lecturers, they're really welcoming and they always teach us.
In the same breath, the university has been keen to collaborate with other institutions of higher learning regionally and internationally on the medical front.
Obesity.
And that is why in July 2019, Mount Kenya University collaborated with Nanavati Hospital in India, Makerere University and Kenyatta University to hold a symposium on cutting-edge management of lifestyle diseases.
It's a private university which has made a lot of progress in a very short time, meaning that they have a very big potential. We have many lessons to learn from them, us being government and being an old university.
MKU is keen in strengthening its cooperation with Nanavati Hospital in India in order to enhance its training of medical doctors.
The very fact that Chairman Professor Simon Gisharo of Mount Kenya University has brought me here is because of the vision that he has that Kenya and India should partner in healthcare at some level or at every level and try and see that we can bring the two systems on par, so that at some point you don't have to come all the way to our country for treatment.
In future we might also try to create a super specialized hospital as a teaching hospital. So we are engaging them from now. They come and educate our students.
Learning at MKU is not only awesome for undergraduates but also for the postgraduate students.
This year in 2019 we were awarded scholarships by the DAD. DAD is the German Exchange Program for Higher Education, and these scholarships were awarded for postgraduate students who are doing their masters. We have scholarships in the School of Public Health and scholarships in the School of Nursing. Postgraduate training is all about quality. What is the quality of the graduates that we are channeling out into the market? Have these graduates been trained? Have they been mentored? And so we are also looking at, very recently we had the formation of the College of Graduate Studies and Research. And what we are looking at, when these postgraduate students are being mentored and trained, who are the mentors? Do these mentors have the capacity to mentor the postgraduate students? And so we are now looking at the mutual synergy between research and postgraduate training, whereby we have our postgraduate supervisors trained on how to conduct research, on how to source for research grants. And when they write these grants, they have a component of also including the postgraduate training, whereby somebody can take one or two postgraduate students and train them either at the PhD level or at the master's level.
This university aspires to inspire generations through education. It is in the same breath that the university has been donating books and other learning materials to students from different primary and secondary schools.
Because of a scarcity of money, parents cannot be able to buy extra books for their students. So when we get such a donation and we put the same in our library, many of our students would benefit a lot. And this initiative by the Mount Kenya University is of help in that line. Quite a number of them, the ones that have gone through science and mathematics related, and they are going to really support the course books from the Ministry of Education.
MKU continues to look into the future with great zeal and expectations. The university has already made great plans and developed ways to actualize them in its 2020 to 2029 strategic plan. Part of the plan is building a new campus at Happy Valley grounds, which is currently being used as the graduation square. The university has also secured a 2.5 billion shillings grant with a South African property developer to put up a 3,000-bed ultra-modern hostel at Happy Valley grounds. The firm, Stag African, is expected to design, finance and build the facility. This will be the beginning of an exciting journey of creating a state-of-the-art campus which will have no equal in the country and indeed the region. Indeed, it's a different kind of approach, refreshing, motivating, and innovative as we strive to unlock infinite possibilities.